G'day everyone, and welcome to Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, please don't forget to subscribe! And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all content released here on this channel. Now, I really appreciate you doing that, and if you like it, don't forget to give it a like. That really helps us out. Thanks. Now on with the video. In this video, we'll be checking out a box of minis that I brought under the inspiration of using for my games of the Silver Bayonet. Now, once again, this particular miniature is not by North Star Miniatures and is not originally intended for the Silver Bayonet, but I have some plans for it for the sake of fun and for the rule of cool. Let's unbox and review Warlord Games' Black Powder Late Hanoverian Infantry? Is that how you say it? I apologise if I get it wrong. The Late Hanoverian Infantry. And here's the box. Now, this is clearly, as I said, not something originally intended for the Silver Bayonet, but being that it's a Napoleonic War miniature, I see it as free game for my choice of collection. Now, I just got them because I like the British and I like their allies, and I saw they had these guys and thought, you know, why not? I like the uniforms, kind of similar colours here, the red and yellow, to another wonderful army from Warhammer 40k, a particular Space Marine army, the Howling Griffins. Now, I don't know if that's the reason why I was attracted to these, it's just a guess. Let's turn around the box. Alright, let's see. Okay, now they look very nicely painted here on the box. Yes. No, I like them. Now, let's see. You get 20 easy-to-build Hanoverian Infantry, 4 Metal Command miniatures, an officer, a drummer, 2 ensigns with wire flagpoles and finials. Is that how you pronounce them? If I'm butchering that name, just let me know down in the comments below. And a 2-page background guide with 10 full-colour flags. Okay, so that seems to be how they tend to do things. They put in a little page with some flags and stuff so that you can use them. I'd like to learn how to attach them properly. I'm guessing there's some sort of little trick to it, and then making sure they don't get wrecked in the future. Anyway, yeah. I just like the look of them and the uniforms and how they got these grey pants and coats with the yellow. I think with the red and the yellow, rather, I think looks just fantastic. And because I want to make a lot of custom scenarios for my Silver Bayonet, I thought having some other guys from another group in here might be fun to make a Hanoverian team, or at least some allies. And in, you know, if anything, the rest of them I can keep to one day, perhaps, use in an actual Napoleonic game of some kind, outside of the Silver Bayonet. Now let's have a look at the sprues. And what we get in the box. Okay, it's all there on the side there. Okay, let's sit them down. Seems to be a little... Yep. Alright, okay. And where's this? Ah, it's been curved over at the back. Alright. Okay. Set the box out of the way for the moment. And let's have a look. We've got this sheet here, which clearly shows some information that you could read up on what the Hanoverian Infantry was. And I suppose it tells you how you can build. Yep, this box set allows you to model the valiant men of the Hanoverian Infantry that took to the battlefields of the 100 Days campaign. It also gives wargamers and modelers alike a wonderful opportunity to add some real depth and contrast to their regular red-coated units. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, in particular. Yeah. By combining it with the other box sets in this range, Peninsula and Waterloo British, you can create most of the battalions fielded by the Hanoverians. Now that's quite cool, and this is their flags on the other side here that you can see. You've got, well, if the camera wants to adjust on it, maybe. No. Yep, there we go. You've got Griffon, regimental colour. Landwehr, Griffon, King's colour. So it's very interesting. There's all these different ones. I'm probably butchering the names. I apologise. But no, I like this. Very cool. Alright. Move that aside as well. Now, before we move on to the little bits in here, let's see, what's this? Chuck! Thank you, Chuck, for packing my box. Without that sounding at all inappropriate or weird, let's move on. Okay. Maybe I do need something behind. Maybe if we just sit that behind, that might help the camera. There we go. Now, ooh, and then it goes funny as soon as I turned it on the angle. That'd be right. Anyway, let's try it down here. See if that makes a difference for me. It makes a bit of difference, so let's have a look at it this way. We've got what appears to be 5 men, bodies-wise, per sprue, and accompanying backpacks for them. Now, obviously, their arms are attached because they are easy to build. Makes it simple, and if you're doing a full Napoleonic army, I imagine that in some ways must make it so much easier to get them onto the table. And then we've got these nice little heads here that seem to show up a little bit better, about that far away from the camera. A little frustrating. But no, they're nicely detailed, and this guy's got an injury. I don't know if you can see that very well on there, but he's got bandages over his face. But he's still proudly wearing his cap. Now, I really like the cap. I think they look quite neat in these caps. So yeah, I'll definitely be giving him those. And yeah, you get 4 lots of that sprue, and this is obviously the reverse side, just to give you an idea. And the backpack's obviously the little button bit on the other side connects into there. Very simple. Alright, now what we get here. This one's packed by Ronnie, I believe. Ronnie. Thanks, Ronnie. Makes me think of one of my aunts. I've got an aunt, Ronnie, or Veronica. Is this one actually sealed properly, or is it just me not getting it this time? Yeah, it's just me. Hang on. Let me pop one of the ends. There we go. Hooray! We finally got in there. And you get the 2, as it said, metal flagpoles, which is nice. Makes things better, I believe. Okay, now let's have a look at what's in. Oh, wow, okay. I wasn't expecting them to be separate heads. But that's okay, I don't mind. So this one, I'm not sure which one this is out of the lot. It'd be helpful if it told me. But it's obviously this guy here on the back of the box. I don't know. I should turn that up so you can see. This is the guy here, holding his hat up in the air. So let's have a better look at the miniature itself. Let's just turn that down. Get a good look. Okay. Now that's nice. It's quite crisp. There's a little bit of flashing here and there, but very little mould lines. Even less than the Prussian team that I looked at recently for the Silver Bayonet. And obviously I'll be intending to use these for the Silver Bayonet, at least at first. Oops. Okay, now we've got the drummer. Again, these don't have their heads, so I have to glue the heads on. But again, very nice. Again, hardly any mould lines. Just a little bit of flashing here and there. And that is very detailed. Whoever did the sculpts for these is bloody brilliant at what they do. Definitely skilled and talented. And then we've got this one. There's the one that I find quite interesting. The ones with the full grey coat. Sort of like this picture over here. I find that very interesting because it'll look good. It'll stand out next to some of the other ones in their red coats. I just think it's a nice uniform all overall. Not too flashy, but yeah, useful. And this one. I believe this man must be one of the flag bearers, just how he's holding his hand out. It appears to be the appropriate hand for that. Just like, is it really this guy? It is. The guy with his hat off appears to be one of the other flag bearer. Just sake of saying. Didn't realise that at first. But yeah, you can kind of tell by the little fist that they have and how there's kind of a guiding thing to be able to drill a hole if you wanted to drill it out, which I'll probably end up doing eventually, just to make them look nice. Now we've got the heads to have a look at and the finials, or whatever they're called. Please correct me down below so I don't sound like a complete fool forever, or don't tell me and just let me feel like an idiot. It's up to you. Now this is one of the two, the finials or whatever they are called. The rope looking things that go on the ends, just making things look nice and fancy. And it probably also helps you to tie the flag up as well, as my guess. So when you don't want it waving around all crazy in the wind, you can tie it up so it doesn't break and tear. That'd be my imagining. Could be wrong. As I say, I'm not an expert in Napoleonics or that era, but I am interested. And would like to learn more. Definitely. Always like to learn more. Now let's have a look at these little heads here. Now that's clearly on the left, underneath my thumb there, or above my thumb there rather, is clearly the head that the guy without the hat would bear. So there's his option, and then you've got this hatted guy next to him who's clearly got some nicely defined facial hair. Right. Put him down. And then here's the other ones. Sorry. They are. And they're very, very nicely detailed, I have to say. Not one seems to have a blemish. Not a single blemish. And they're all nice. Just a little bit of flashing. And that's about it. And maybe if you turn the hat up that way, there's a tiny mould line on a couple of them on the underside of the hat, which is so small You could probably get away with no one noticing if you didn't do it, if you didn't fix it up, rather. But I definitely would. But yeah, no, they look good. Now I imagine all together, with a few of these, and some of these guys here, and maybe some other bits and pieces, maybe even some War Games Atlantic villages, and fantasy villages, and various other people and bits, I should probably be able to make all the characters I need for a Hanoverian team, and just base them, I guess, off either the Prussians or even the British, and play with the rules of those, so we can have fun in the Silver Bayonet. Yeah, no, they're good. I'm happy with that. And I do like, as I've said before, I do like a metal miniature here and there. And that's the one I like. That's the one I want. The one with a nice coat on. If I could have, just thinking about it, if I could have my Astra Militarum dressed kind of like this, with this nice big long coat and these caps and stuff, I'd probably give it a shot. Probably prefer the Prussian caps even, like the ones with the little Prussian cross, or Maltese cross, or whatever you might want to call it. Thank you, Ronnie, once again. Put that back. Ah. Knew something was missing when I was putting it back. I had not put the foam in. Okay, there we go. Let's put that away. That'll do. Set that aside for now. Yeah. And that's this box. Anyone out there collecting Napoleonics for the black powder? I'm sure there are some people out there. Whether you visit my channel or not, it's a whole different thing. But if you do, and you have an opinion on this set, or any of their products, or Perry miniatures or anything like that as well, let me know, and let me know what you think. Do you think they're good value? Do you think they're a bit expensive? Is black powder as a game fun? Now that's the thing I need to know. How fun is it? What's it like? What's the gameplay like? Because I've never played a Napoleonic game other than the Silver Bayonet, which, isn't really a Napoleonic game. Let's be fair. Not traditional in any sense. But I would be interested to know what you think of this, of using these for the Silver Bayonet, and, using them for black powder, or perhaps even another form of Napoleonic game that uses 28mm, because that'll be the size I'd be interested in, to be quite honest, for these. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, we can have a chat about it there. If you have any questions for me, or for the channel, or for what I like to do in the hobby, anything at all, please put that down in the comments below, and we can start having a conversation. And if you want to talk a little more, maybe share some inspirational images of our miniatures, our hobby, even our piles of shame, maybe our piles of opportunity, all of that fun stuff, I have a Discord, and I've started uploading a lot of my army's miniatures. I've taken photos of them, and I've uploaded them on there. So if you'd like to check them out, feel free to do so. It should be up near the banner somewhere, I believe. Yeah, click the link, and I'll love to see you over there. And again, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. That would really help. Again, I thank you for watching today. I'll catch you in the next one.